Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuning in, we're about to start the program, the Jobran Idele-Ero show that comes on this channel every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, US and Canada, and 5:30 p.m. Nigeria and UK. So wherever you are around the world, apply your time to fit into that time. Please join us now and start sharing the program to your family and friends. My name is Joe Brown Idele-Ero, the host of the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, happening live on Facebook and YouTube. Listen now to the opening music of the 24 bits of featuring sons of Edo legends that is tag story story story. That is the music you are about to hear. The 24 bits. Yeah, that's the music of the 24-bit sons and daughters of adult legends playing for you on Story, Story, Story. We are here today as always promised that every Saturday and sometimes midweek we bring you this great show that we bring in discussants to talk about a lot of things that is going on in our country, Nigeria, particularly in our state, Edo State. Today we have a lot of trending issues for discussion. Uh, I've had one of my crew members of this show, one of our guests that appears every Saturday to join us on a discussion. I'm just seeing him coming in now. Honorable Daddy Ray. I'm talking about Raymond Aghatise, Ray Aghatise. It's based in the UK. He'll be here to join us on today's discussion of the trending issues going on in Nigeria and those states. Ray, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Ray, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Hold on a minute. Looks like something is wrong here.
I can hear you, but I
Oh, you
don't
can
think.
hear me? Okay, now. All right, that's fine.
But can you
Thank you.
hear me?
Uh, Give me 1 second. Let me check what's going on here. Let's see. Okay, now I can hear you. Okay,
Great.
Ray, welcome to the show, and please say something to our listeners at home or wherever they are. Okay, say something.
Okay, yeah. It's another edition of Edu Agenda. I'm glad to be here this evening, and we're expecting more people to join us. But however, I will be giving my own take as regard to what is trending in Nigeria at the moment. So, and I know it's going to be a very wonderful show tonight. And we'll just sit back and relax and have the discussion. So, as we wait for other guests to join us, I'm happy to be here today and also share my opinion with the rest of the guests that we are expecting. So, and I think I just have to also commend your effort, Joero, being the host, and also, uh, keep the flag flying. So the flag is flying, and you are not discouraged, and I hope you will not be discouraged. We just keep on doing the bits, what we feel can also motivate others and bring development to our dear state. So I'm happy to be around tonight, and I'm waiting for the rest other guys to arrive, and we can continue with the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, I'm having a little bit hard time hearing you clearly here. It's kind of faint. I don't know what's going
Can
on.
you?
I'm
Uh,
trying to check my
but can
side. Hello?
hello, I can hear you. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
okay.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. But
But
but it was
have you started streaming?
yes. Already, I'm streaming right now on Facebook. You want to double check on that and see?
Yeah, if you are streaming, check if there's, I mean, your sound sometimes might be streaming, no sound, so that if all technical
Let
errors
me
have
see
been
that. Yeah,
corrected, then you can go on live.
it's
So,
supposed to be sound. Okay, I can hear myself.
can you hear yourself? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Is it loud and clear? Oh,
Well, it's okay. It's coming out good. It's better than it was. It's
okay.
better than it was at the beginning. Okay, but Now we are still waiting for other guests to join us. So how was your week, Ray?
Yeah, my week has been so great. Kind of hectic, but man must survive. You can't be sleepy and hold and expect manna to fall from heaven.
That's right.
You understand what I mean? So time is well, but I'm
That's
glad
correct.
that we've been able to find something doing, and that is the beauty of it. So my week has been very, very okay, and I'm looking forward to a better week next week because every day you ask for a better day, right?
That's right.
So
Okay. Well,
yeah, and what about you yourself?
yeah, same thing. Same thing. You know how it is. Um, we we are already here.
Yeah,
The pandemic issue, we thank God that it's kind of going down a little bit.
yeah.
So
Oh, is it going down there?
yeah, it's
Are you sure? When your president just
well, yeah, that is because I mean, there's a look at it, look at it
yeah,
this way.
yeah,
He's the president, and you know how he is. I mean,
yeah,
his personality. He's
yeah,
been critical of this COVID, but
yeah,
if it did not happen this way, he still wouldn't believe. It's like Doubting Thomas. So
yeah.
he wasn't sure that it's happening, but hey, that's just the way it is.
That is life
It,
for you.
it,
But
it is actually
uh,
happening.
yeah, I understand. But now that he has been infected and almost what is it the every staff there, more than 90% of people working with him is
Okay.
White House staff, according to CNN. So almost all of them are infected. Now I think you believe now. And though we are not going to discuss about that, but I believe that will impact.
I
It's going to
understand.
impact
I know what
this
you mean.
election bid in
It's not
November. So
you know.
yeah,
So what we are here to discuss anyway.
but
It's just
yeah,
by
yeah,
the
but
way,
over
we have to
here, yeah,
we have
over
to kind of
here is really
relax and then make
yeah.
create easy atmosphere for us to
Mhm.
get started here. Anyway, my agenda for today is a
Yeah,
lot, that we have to talk about. You know, last week we missed you. Last week you were
yeah, I know.
unavoidably absent, and but still everything was okay. We got it going. It was fine. So what we had to discuss was regarding the federal government SARS.
Yes,
The SARS. It
yeah,
was like people have been complaining and complaining and complaining,
yeah,
about their activities. So, and I guess the federal government have to intervene.
yeah,
The IG of police came out because they were just killing innocent people.
yeah,
Uh, the brutality was
mhm,
getting out of hand, and so people complained. The protest was going on, and up to now, people are still they still not satisfied. Even
yeah,
though the IGP came to say he suspended the squad, the SARS squad, and but that's not what we want. The people wanted to proscribe that squad completely. I mean, because if you look at them, the way they appear, their appearance is just something else. Indecent dressing, and their behavior is something that cannot be written home. So a lot of things are going on. They have a lot of misconduct.
yeah.
You misusing their
The office.
their office. So that is why the protest is going on, and that call for the suspension. So I'm going to bring you in this time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Tell us what
Okay.
you know about the SARS.
Yeah.
Was that the reason why they were set up? What they were supposed to do? they are security agents.
Yeah.
So are they doing what they are supposed to do, or they not?
Okay. First of all, thank you for that brief introduction and a kind of preamble. Um, my own take. First of all, uh, just as you said, uh, because of some of the illegal activities they decided to engage themselves in, I don't think that was the reason they were set up. Uh, like the project that is going on right now, in my own opinion, because I might not be able to speak for others, we need to be very careful when we are saying we should scrap it, we should end SARS, we should do this, we should do that. The truth of the matter is that some of this SARS squad or policemen, they really, they engage in, illegal activities, dubious activities. That is for the fact. But we shouldn't forget also that the citizens themselves that are protesting now, even in Nigeria, for example, they are also the cause. They are part of the issue. How are they part of the issue? First of all, most cases we initiate the bribing aspect of the police, especially when we know we are swimming in illegality. We are doing things that are not right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So to answer your question, the first aspect that okay, they were not set up in that regard because they were what I understand that they were supposed to do was kind of patrol. They should go after kidnappers. They should go after robbers. I mean, they should answer distress calls. So I think those are part of the reason they were set up. But later they changed it now to start brutalizing innocent citizens. But the truth need to be told. Like what is going on, the project that is going on now. If you look at it in different dimensions, you understand that some people are now kind of using that protest as a way to kind of carry out their evil plans. Not all genuine the protest, not everyone that is shouting let's end SARS are really doing genuinely. If we really want to look at it, my own submission might be different, but that is a fact because you can see now most of the boys that are coming out to protest end SARS, end SARS. I'm not in support. To be candid with you, I'm not in support with that slogan or with that motion or that protest end SARS. They can say, okay, let's end the activities or the dubious activities of SARS. Like, for example, like what the IG said, and of which I really see what they mean. There are some corrupt policemen. I'm not saying they are not corrupt. Okay, fine, they are corrupt. But like invading people's privacy in terms of mobile phones, in terms of laptops, or harassing citizens, that one should stop. And killing innocent people should stop. They shouldn't fire when the person does not make attempt, even if he make attempt to run. They should pursue the person, use all means, all manner to make sure that they get the person arrested. Not just shooting, at zeal. Because most of the what is going on social media now, we see how police really brutalize our people, which is is bad. So no one will support that. But the fact remains that okay, let's end the activities, illegal roadblocks that they mount on the way. Let's end it. One, invading people privacy, like searching their phones, you stop it without no cogent reason, no no arrest warrant, nothing. That is on their own. Those ones should just stop, and they should not aid criminals. And these same police people, the truth is that some of them also, when they know that that person is a criminal or there is robbery on the highway, they don't go there. Even if you caught it, they don't go. That's on the side of that, their activities. On the side of the citizens themselves, how do the police not get to the height of corruption? We are saying police, they are corrupt, they are corrupt, they are corrupt. But we, some of us, we initiate that particular bribing aspect. We initiate it. For example, somebody driving a car without particulars, and you know that the policeman will stop you on the way, whether it's SARS or whatever name you can call them. Even before he stops you, I have seen many, I have witnessed many that yourself, the people, even the driver or whoever that is on the wheel, will just bring out money without even asking for papers. You just give it to the police.
So technically, you are saying that the people themselves
Yes. Yeah.
equally contribute
Of course. Of course they
to
do.
all these
All this
misconduct of
of the police.
the SARS squad and the police generally, right?
Yeah, yes, the police
Because
generally,
they
yeah.
do not want to obey, the law. That's what it is.
That
Because,
is it.
as you said, look what you just brought out now is kind of interesting. If you do not want to be molested by
Yeah.
the police, right? You do
Yes.
the right thing, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so if you actually have your correct, documents,
Yeah.
your documents to your vehicle, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you are accosted by the police, and
Yeah.
then they ask for your documents, you should be
Yeah.
able to present it to them,
Yeah.
But if you do that, you think the police is going to ask you for a bribe or molest you? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I don't think so.
You're right about that. So the public equally, the people equally have
Yeah, they
a
have their
lot
role
to
to
do.
play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
let me just, because I was just thinking about this. If it was a program, maybe I've prepare myself. Just be going keep going point by point. That one aside. For example, they have said all of them now say, oh, NSAS, NSAS. And we know that not all of them are really genuine people that are saying NSAS, NSAS. What they should be saying that let's government put an end to their illegal or whatever misconduct. You cannot, if for example, let them go on strike for one day in Nigeria, even in abroad here, just one day, you will see a lot of calamities here. Not talk of in Nigeria, for example. Okay, now let's look at it again. You are a young man. You have some of them are oh, when the police see somebody when they drive big car, they go stop her. Why can't police stop you? You maybe your age, maybe you are 20. You are driving a car. It's not your father's car. In fact, some of them don't even have a registration number. A brand new car. You don't expect police to stop you, and you don't have a job. Probably you just left school. How do you make that money? Where does that money come from? How do you get such wealth? These are the questions. Just like the police, they are not doing it in a rightful manner. They are not doing it rightful. These are the police have every right to, even here in abroad. For example, let's come to where we are based. Here, when the police, if you are not having a good job, and the police sees that you are driving a good car, they take your registration number. They monitor you for a while. They want to know what kind of business are you doing. Do you sleep at home 24 hours, or do you go to a job? They will even be on a mufti, follow you to your place of job. They want to see where you are going every morning and when you are coming home. Intelligence, that's what police is all about. Just like Nigerian police, they don't do nothing. They just fire brigade or fire approach. They just everything big. No. Yet police will go with you. You won't even know. Even this building I am living in, a policeman will be here watching, investigating my movement. They will stop you. Police will stop you. So, please, can I have your driver license? For example, if you have your driver license, you give it to them. Can I have the particulars of the vehicle particulars? You give it to them. What kind of job are you doing? They have that right to interrogate you. When they are satisfied, they allow you to go. If they are not, they will invite you to their station. That is for year. Then, sorry, I know you want to say something.
No, go ahead, Ray. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, let's take it to Nigeria, for example. Police will stop you. These boys, they don't have driver's license. That is number one offense. Most of the boys, they don't have driver's license. Even when I've been to Nigeria and I've seen them driving, no driver's license. They believe that they can always bribe the police. First of all, you don't have driver's license. One, your particulars are not correct. Even if they are correct, there must be how can you be driving a big car? You don't have explanation. It's not for your father. It's not okay. What kind of police will not ask you what kind of job are you doing? You will tell police, no, I'm a businessman. Okay, what kind of business are you doing? So we'll say, oh, I'm into cryptocurrency. Some will tell you, oh, I'm into Bitcoin. Some will say, okay, how do you make that transaction? You understand what I mean? So these people themselves, they also, I'm not saying that the police always right, but there are things that you need to do genuinely. if you are a businessman, you're able to prove to the police that you're a businessman, or you have a job. I don't think the police will take you far. I don't think so. And these boys will not try to bribe. When they not start bribe, police will say, okay, now with this one has entered our net. Instead of asking for 50,000, let's ask for 100,000. So that is for the guys, you know. You want to say something, you can say, then you can talk, then I will say all that thing. You know, the police also have their own faults. I'm just going to, you know, try my best to see how I can be able to balance the equation. Talk on this side, talk on the other side. Because what we are saying are NSAS. Most of the guys that are saying NSAS, now most of them are not even genuine. Let's come up, let's look at it. They're not. So
well,
I'm
you
leaving
know,
the floor for you to say something.
this is interesting, my brother. You see, you are now speaking from an objective, you know, standpoint. You know, I know you not try to defend the police anyway.
No, I'm not trying. No,
Yes,
I'm not.
you just try to make sure that the equation is balanced. We
Yeah.
are all blaming the police. Everybody's blaming the police, police, right? But at the same time, the people have a responsibility, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So to take care of, you know,
Yeah.
if they do not do that, and then the police, they have a counter with the police, and then sometimes it become ugly.
Yeah.
People don't understand that part, you know. So you are just being objective, which is good. This is, you know, I mean, that's the reason why it is good for a lot of people to, you know, go into this discussion and
Yeah.
bring out, you know, the way they feel about it. The
Yeah.
police actually have not appeared in any show to
Yeah.
defend themselves. But again, like I said, you are not defending them, but you are just being objective here, you know, from a civilized standpoint. Now,
Yeah.
truly, the people, I always say it, if you do the right thing, right? If you do the right thing, nobody's gonna disturb you. You know,
No.
there is that freedom of movement, freedom of association, you know, in the
Yeah.
democratic settings, which
Yeah.
we are enjoying in Nigeria. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we know that the SARS squad, they are kind of notorious. You know, they have a lot of misconduct. You know,
Yeah, they have.
in their
Yeah, of
profession.
course
Yes,
they do.
but at the same time, why don't you give them the let them be have carry the whole blame? You know,
Yeah.
let them carry the
Yes.
blame.
Let them be at fault.
If you do your part, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess that's where you coming
That's what
from,
I'm
right?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Good.
Because, for example, like as I mentioned, on the police side, no policeman have the right to collect your phone, invade your privacy. Your phone is your privacy. Just because of the malicious activities or dubious activities that our boys, most of our people engage themselves in, especially in Nigeria, that gave the police the effrontery to say, okay, let me go into your phone. Under normal situation, the police have no right to invade your phone. That is like in European, you know, your GDPR. You cannot go under that rule and say, okay, let me have your phone. No, my phone, before you go into my phone, you must seek my consent. If I don't give you my consent, you cannot go into my phone.
That's invasion of your privacy. You know,
Privacy,
that's
yes.
a violation.
And
You
the
know,
police, they are
yeah.
doing that, and they are wrong for doing that. They are wrong. Okay, fine, they are wrong. But what made the police to do that? It's not because of this, what normally say Yahoo level, whatever. Because the complaints get to the limit that the police says, okay, if they see a young man with a laptop, they see a young man with a telephone, they now start, searching them here and there. And sometimes most of these guys they search, and the police were able to find something. Police do find things in their phones. That is another way. But just that the way they operate is still uncivilized, because a policeman cannot come to me now and say, oh, give me my telephone, or please give me your phone. For what? It's my privacy. It's my phone, it's my property, so you don't have the right. The only thing you can do is, for example, maybe maybe there is a case that oh, this person is right there, maybe it's already in court of law. Then, okay, the person is arrested, or you tap into his phone to know his activities. Here they do go into a person's phone and type. But Nigeria don't have that kind of technology. These are things police can even do intelligently. If you suspect anybody you know that is involved in dubious activities, intelligently you will be able to get into his number, his phone, get it trapped down, know his activities, get him arrested, get what is it called, arrest, warrant arrest, and then, or even if you don't arrest him, write him and ask him to come to the police station, to the station. But the thing is that Nigeria, even if you want to talk about Nigeria's situation, that in fact they need we don't even have a database. It is difficult. The police are doing their best. Sometimes I watch what is it called? Is it crime watch they call it? So that I'm able to find out, oh, they are still able to trace some phones, get some people. It's not easy. A country that don't have a database, no fingerprinting, nothing. If you commit any crime, you just go scot-free. So a lot needs to be done. If the citizens want to have peace, and the government want to have peace, they need to really have to step up. Like what we have in Nigeria, for example, it's very difficult. For example, you commit a traffic offense in abroad, where you live, where I live. The police does not need to arrest me. The police does not need POS or ask me to go to ATM machine to go and cash in money. It does not need it. The only thing the police need from me is my identity, whether it's driver's license or my ID card, whatever thing that can show that I'm the person. That's what the police need from me. Automatically, when they check my name, check my driver's license, my address appears. They send the bill to my house. Then they give me, okay, they can some situation they can tell you pay in 7 days. So they can say pay in 10 days, pay within 1 month. If you don't pay, you appear in court. That is an organized society. So, my brother, the fact is that if Nigeria have those things, the police will not be taking. It is even not reasonable for you to be taking cash. Policeman, you are taking cash. You are doing all those kind of. Police is supposed to be respected throughout the world. But in Nigeria, police we only respect army. And army in civilized countries don't respect the army or the soldiers. Police is responsible to maintain law and order of a country, of a civilized country or a civilized state. But in our situation, we don't have database. We don't have, even if police now say, okay, let me give you a bill. You see, some of us, we have 2 or 3 identities. Different names, everything different. Even if...
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aghatise Raymond.
We still have a long way to go, but what I'm trying to say is that we are blaming the police. The government itself also has blame in this area. Bringing your society to a civilized state. It's not just about embezzlement, it's just not about, siren, boom, boom. No. It's not about that. Most of them, they go into that position when they are elected, you see them, they don't even do nothing. They don't do anything. All what they know is that, oh, I'm receiving so billion monthly. That's all. But the system, we are not building. Even South Africa, I think some guys in South Africa, the way the police also operate is far better than the way they operate in Nigeria. Okay? So that is my answer. I also leave the floor for you to speak so that I can also say.
Ray, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing very good because you know why? The previous discussant, the previous guest that I have in my last show, everybody was actually angry based on what was going on. Yeah. And nobody told this line of trying to make an objective, because I don't blame them either, because of what was going on. Police killing, the brutality was too much,
Yeah,
and it stirred the anger of people, killing people, innocent people, just like that, So that's annoying. There's no family that is going to accept that, So we understand that the people have all these wrongdoing. They don't obey the law. They don't do things the right way. Yes. But what was stirring the anger of people last time we had this discussion was because of the manner, of the conduct of the police in Nigeria. Yeah. So, however, with that being said, I'm happy that you came up with a different idea, to be objective in defense of the police.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the police in Nigeria seem to have a standard. I don't know how they're going to change that. I don't know what they're going to do to be able to change that attitude. First, the bribery and corruption thing, they are so used to that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, do you know, you could have your documents, your correct documents, and the police will still harass you. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about that in Nigeria?
Of course, I've heard about it. I've heard about it, but I've heard about it. I understand some, there are some unscrupulous elements in the police. That is, you can't erase that. There are some of them who are really, I don't want to use bad word, or you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't want to really go to use some negative statement of them, but there are still really bad acts in the police force. Whether it's SARS, being SARS, first of all, some of them use that their SARS or their position to oppress a common citizen. Even, for example, we are not talking about criminal thing now. For example, you have kind of issue with them, personal issue. I've seen cases that a policeman, because you are a SARS member, you oppress I think someone that was living, that came from abroad, I can't remember this. So some of them like that, because you are a police, any little issue you want to oppress them because of a position. That is wrong. You should not use your office, you should not abuse your office or your office to oppress a citizen just like you because you are in the force. That one is another area. But the fact is that some of us also have the document. The police, some bad one will still tell you, say no until you give them money. And I think the proper thing for them to do, even if they are not in this SARS, they should just reform the police. If the government can reform the police, like this SARS, review their activities, give them a different job descriptions, they should they should stick to what they are meant for, not stopping people. They are not supposed to have roadblocks. I know the situation in Nigeria is why they are having roadblocks because of thieves, blah blah blah. But if they are able to, kind of have a reform, refine them, trade them, those ones that are, that the police know that are corrupt, they should just discharge them.
Well, that's why the complaint has always been they are not earning enough. Their salary is too poor.
Their salary is poor, but I think I don't know what they are earning now. But last time I heard that they increased their salary. Their salary is now okay. Everyone in Nigeria, my brother, chief host, no one is satisfied what they are earning.
Exactly.
No one. You will see that someone will say, "Oh, the money I'm earning." Even the politicians, they are never satisfied with what they are earning. The reason is that most of them want to engage in extravagant life. They want to be seen as Lord or demigod or whatever in society. So they want to acquire more wealth, acquire more wealth, and they don't plan according to what they earn. In a civilized world, you don't plan above your budget. You don't do that. You know your income. You need to pay for your gas. You need to fuel your car. You need to pay your road insurance. You need to pay your health insurance. You need to pay for so many those compulsory things. I don't know if in the US, but here we pay what we call kind of council tax. You also to the municipality, you pay a tax. But in Nigeria, we don't pay all those ones. When you not check your budget, you see in your expenditures, you look at it, you know you're earning your salary. It is when you've done these compulsory bills, you've paid them, you not know what is left for you to spend. Is that not so?
That is correct.
But in Nigeria, they don't believe that. They believe tomorrow more money will come.
Yeah, you are right about that, my brother. The issue here is we as a people in Africa generally, is that what we do is we live above our means.
That is it.
We live above our means. We do not plan.
Mm-hmm.
We do not plan. Basically, for anybody here, where you are, in the civilized world, what people do is to have proper planning, adequate planning.
Of course.
If you do not plan, you should expect things like that to happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what's bringing all these bribery and corruption and all
Yeah, of
these
course not.
misconducts. You know, because people
Mm-hmm.
want to get, extra. You
Yeah.
know, that's greed anyway. They're
They live above
greedy.
their means.
Yeah, they're greedy. They want to make more money from where, from no, the wrong source. I'll
Mm-hmm.
call it the wrong way. But I guess we should be able to come up with some reform in that institution, the police,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They should be able to reform that. I mean, the federal government should come up with some new regulations
Yeah.
that they have to give them to operate. And
Yeah.
if anybody go beyond that, by the time they make example with somebody, right,
Yeah.
from the police personnel,
Mm-hmm.
they show example with them, right? Look, it's going to be different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I haven't
Thank
seen
you.
any police. I've not heard
Mm-hmm.
about it. It may be happening, but I've not heard about it. So that police is being persecuted, or I mean, sorry, prosecuted
Yeah.
for anything, any misconduct. I've not
Yeah.
heard.
That is.
It may
Yeah.
be there, but I've not heard about it. All we hear is police brutality, bribery, and corruption, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if that one does not exist, it's not going to work.
No. Okay.
It's not going
Thank
to work.
you.
They
Thank.
got to come up with something
Yeah.
that will
Something.
put the police also in
Mm.
check, so that
Yeah.
before they do anything, they know that, oh, if I do this, I will be disobeying the law, and then then I might get I might get in for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that should be in there. As for that, I appreciate your contribution today, because like I said, many people they've been very much critical. They've been hard on
Yeah.
this issue, that the police are totally wrong, 100% wrong, which might be. But again, the people, you just brought out an idea today, that the people themselves need to, they need to check themselves. They need to check their own activities. They got to have correct documentation in their vehicles, or conduct themselves in
The
a
proper
civilized
manner.
manner, that they will not be harassed by the police. Actually, there is freedom of movement, freedom of association. We all deserve to have freedom
Yeah.
in that society. If we do our own part, right,
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
police cannot harass anybody. They cannot.
No.
If they do that, that's what I'm just pointing out now, that there should be a law
Yeah.
that we also put the police in check. Like, listen,
check,
you
yeah.
are going beyond the bound,
Yeah.
So that is that's that. Now,
Okay.
in the civilized world, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
You have seen it.
There's,
When,
sorry to interject. There's nothing different. I mean, it's different, but they are human beings like us. We can change this. All this we are saying, what we are enjoying over here now, the money we pay, but people started it. People did it before some of us even came to abroad.
so you are saying that it can be done even in Nigeria, even in Africa,
Of
right?
course, it can be done. I mean, it's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. It's just for us to have a different orientation. Okay, let me put it. Let me ask. Let me say one thing, or I can put this one for question. People that are agitating now, okay, answer. What is their proposition? What do they have? Are you not saying answers so that there will be more criminal activities going on? Or are you not saying answers because of the activities that are performing that is not correct? Or are you not saying answers when you answers, this is what one wants us to be doing? Okay, what are they? Well, I've never seen anybody coming up with any agenda. All what everybody is saying, answers, both, and I don't want to use any kind of language. You understand what I mean?
I
Both
understand
the
you.
new
I
and not.
totally
Everyone
agree
just
with
say,
you.
when you are say, for example, yeah, I'm not sorry. I might, it's good. Let's make reference to where we live as well, because at least some of us, if we are with the experience we have here, if we take that experience back home, but when we get home again, I think there is a spirit that also changed some of us, that we tend to forget what we've learned. Someone that has stayed abroad over 20 years, there is no higher institution that is greater than that. Even if you don't have it in academic paper, with what you've seen here, you can be able to transform Nigerians, your state or wherever, starting from somebody have just joined us, Uwaifo has just joined us.
Yeah, the ambassador is joining us.
So starting from yourself.
Too. So my brother, Mr. Aghatise, you see, again, I must commend you, because you came out, in very calm today to kind of reduce the tension that we have always had in this regarding this issue. Yes, the police, we are saying we complain about them, that they're bad. But again, what you just brought out today is that if we need to also take care of our responsibility, let's play our part correctly, and then we will not have any encounter of embarrassment from the police if we do the right thing for real. I have done that myself in Nigeria. I'll be driving a vehicle. It's not because of my personality, no. Some of them know me, but when I'm driving, I always try to make sure. I learned that from my dad, you know what I'm saying? So I always try to make sure that I have the proper documentation on my vehicle.
That's correct.
So that when you are in the vehicle with my dad, listen, he just, when the police pull him over, for example, he's no worries. He brings out his documentation A to Z. It's correct. Yeah. Guess what they're gonna say? They let him go. First of all, they look at you, they check you out and see that you are a responsible person. Most of these people that's affected with this brutality and all that stuff, like you said earlier, they don't care. They don't care. They are the one that they put themselves out there for all these harassment. Yes. Yeah. Because if you do the right thing, nobody's going to harass you. So with that being said, I'm going to bring in the our special guest. Always is around from. I don't know where he is today. Probably in Nairobi, Kenya, but he's based in Tanzania. East Africa. I'm talking about our ambassador Beeki Uwaifo, who is a diplomat, always on point. He has a lot of information available to him, as always. So I think he's just joining us now. I'm going to welcome Ambassador Beeki Uwaifo. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be back on the program. I've been watching for quite a long time, even before you started talking, Joe Brown. I heard Honorable Idele-Ero talking and defending the police, and that we have to be responsible citizens and all that. I went through all that. Now, what I have to say is that why blaming the police for brutality and all that and so on? I quite support what Honorable Idele-Ero is saying. Yes, I made a video, saying that FSAS should be disbanded. And I still hold that view. But nevertheless, a lot of Nigerians, 60% of Nigerians are indisciplined.
Yeah.
They believe that they can talk their way through a situation, they can buy their way through a situation, or they can try to be pally-pally in a situation. Yeah. I must be frank, I'm 60 plus now. I have never in my lifetime been locked up in a police station. I've never been harassed by any police.
That's good.
Because when I'm going out in Nigeria, even up till now, when I go back to Nigeria, there is no sign in my car that I'm a diplomat. There is nothing. When I get to the roadblock, they stop me. The first thing, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Whether the head looks like Bob Marley or it looks like this, or I say, Officer, it's nice to see you, Oga. I recognize you. How na dey? How your family? How your people? He say, well, I say, now they do good job, oh. But before we talk further, make you not say I dey praise you because I not get my paper. My paper all correct. Look am. This na my driving license. This na my paper. To the extent that it even got to a point one time I was driving to Lagos. This policeman, I made so much joke with him that he said, no, Oga, now people like you, they like to chop their money. I said, why? He said, okay, let's carry on the joke. He checked everything. Everything was correct. Then he told me, he said, well, okay, fine. Here are your papers. But Oga, you have said I will not eat your money today. But let me tell you something. It's okay. Right now, your tire, the gauge not correct. You see? And we ended up laughing there, joking and everything. And when I was about to go on my way, we became pals. Now, some people go to, once they see a roadblock, is that they want to show they are guy man. Okay, they just came from Europe. What they will not talk, the way they will not speak to an American police or a London police, they will heap all the insults on our police. They become unruly. That is the truth. We have to be frank. That's the truth. You forget that those police are the cause why the armed robbers not come to knock on your door. Whether we like it or not, those people on the street, they are risking their lives. They equally have family like you and me. And when you are sleeping in your bed at night, they are on the road. You can say they are being paid salary. How much? What is their salary equivalent? Will salary be equivalent to their lives? Some will say, oh, they signed for their lives that they can die. Okay, fine, they signed for it. But the Bible says every laborer is worthy of his wage. Yes. What wage are we giving to these people? Where is the social cushion? In South Africa, in other places, even the poorest man gets social welfare. In where you are in Europe there and Canada and America, you have what we call social benefit, unemployment benefit. You don't have things like that in Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is this. When we all play our part, then the society becomes a good society to live in. Everybody has a part to play. You play your part, and the police will be good. You see, the police is exactly a reflection of our society. That's the truth. If the structures are put in place, you see in Benin, for example, somebody will be driving the opposite way before last man came. And you tell him, look, this is, in Nigeria, we are right-hand drive, and you are driving on the right side of the road. That person will insult you, insult your father, insult your unborn children, insult your grandfather, and so on. And yet is the one that is wrong. Okay. And you will even be shocked that some people in the society, we see both of you arguing. They will say, the road now your papa road. I not go pass anywhere like waiting concern you, concern this. You want proof to us say you go school. Things like that. So what am I saying? In a program I just left just now, I was talking, I'm quoting Bob Marley. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Freeing the mind of the Nigerian populace. We need solid education. Education is not about going to school. Education is about educating the people to know how to live in a society that is structured, a society that obeys the rule of law. Like, for example, all those Ajegule boys, all those boys in Benin that are very unruly, bring them to Canada or America. Within 3 months, 6 months, they obey the law. Why? Why? Because structures are already there. The society is structured in a way, and the laws are obeyed. Nigeria, there are so many laws in the status book, but there is no deterrent. The law is not practiced. That is where we come short. You understand? The law is not practiced. If the law was practiced, all the prison will be full. And it will be full of big men. The law in Nigeria is two sets of law, one for the big man, one for the poor man. That is the truth. That is the truth. So we need to change all these structures in order to have a stable society. Why blame us for passing their mandate? Why blame us for overstepping their mandate? Yes, it is the society that has allowed it. It is the society that has permitted it.
Yes.
Okay.
And as Gandhi said, if you keep quiet when your government is wrong, then you are asking to be ruled by fools, Nazis, people who are suffering from a disease of narcissism, you know, and bloated egos. So all I'm saying here is this: concerning Nigeria, if the law can be implemented, if we all can play a part, we will have a society that can be likened to an El Dorado. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir. You see, I'm glad that you were able to make it today, and I'm very happy that the network is behaving today. I am so proud to see you, you know, very clearly. Your suit, your tie, everything is appearing so colorful. I'm so proud. I'm happy today because in a couple of shows that we had, the network was not friendly at all. I'm so proud today that we have you in, the ambassador. Thank you so much for that contribution. Now, in my own part, what I'm saying is that means all this we are saying, we are kind of setting it as an agenda recommendation to the federal government that, look, the law is not being implemented, it is not being enforced. The police, who are part of the law enforcement agencies, they are not doing the right thing. They are not doing the right thing. The government on their own need to be responsible to pay them enough such that they will not have, you know, the mind to intimidate the people for bribery and corruption and all that stuff. No. If you are well paid and then you are doing your job well, the people conduct themselves in orderly manner, you do not have even much to do. Okay, now the federal government lacks that responsibility. They need to step up and do that. Take care of their remuneration. It's very important. And then on the part of the people, they also need to show a lot of responsibility. That's what we are talking about here. With all that being said, so I'm going to go quickly to the audience. I have a couple of people that have joined us. I'm looking at the chat right here. I have Ero Michael. Ero Michael is joining us from the city of Benin, Benin City, Nigeria. And he has made a couple of comments. I think the last one he's saying now is that everybody wants to live above their income. That is one ill in the society, you know, Africa generally. You know, you see young secondary students are now being trained as 419 to dupe innocent people. I weep for the future of this country. That's the last. He has made a couple of comments above, but this is the last one he just made. That everybody is living, they want to live above their income. Even high school students, that's what he just said, that they are now being trained to become 419. We have also experienced courtesy, even going to high school. I remember back in our days, nobody knew anything about courtesy. Not to even talk about going to that level, you know, high school level. So thank you, Ero Michael, for your contribution. I will still go back to read the ones you have written earlier. You said the police remuneration is small. We just talked about that now. It's too little. It's not enough. You said how much is an inspector paid? You know, so all that, but we don't know. I really don't know. My dad used to say, do you know that nobody knows the income of the average military person? And at the end of the day, when they retire, the military generals and all that, they become the richest people. And we never know what their income was anyway while they were there. Okay, Ambassador, like I said, we have a few more agenda today. We need to talk more again on the post-election events going on in our state, Edo State. I don't know if you want to talk about that again, but we have talked so much about it. Do you have anything?
We can never stop talking about it because Edo State made history.
Okay.
Not only history in South, not only history in Nigeria, but I'm asking the Guinness Book of Records to put some records in their book. For example, in the Edo State election, we had a political godfather, a wannabe godfather, calling his opponent a mosquito. And then they forgot that when a lot of mosquitoes come into a room, they can overwhelm the person in the room with malaria, and that can result in malaria. So he was overwhelmed with malaria. He still did not read the mood. He said this person was a snake. Fine. The snake ended up killing an elephant because he said he was a snake when he was disqualified, that he was disqualified because he was a snake. Fine. The snake, the next day, the snake was disqualified on the 12th, and on the 13th, he lost his own chairmanship. And today, according to the courts in Nigeria, he still remains a non-member of APC. Forget that he's gallivanting on around, jumping like a frog, looking for water to drink. He still is not a member according to law. Now, 4 days to the election, I watched this interview, and this is really very important. And that is why I'm telling the Guinness Book of Records to record this. He said the governor was a lizard. How do you expect a lizard to be able to kill a lion or to remove a lion from the forest? Very good. Elections have come September 19. We now know who is the lizard and who is the lion. But the record is this. The lizard not only removed the lion from the forest, the lion is about being buried politically. So these are records. They are records, and they are there in the political space. But after having said that, what concerns me right now is this. I am not a card-carrying member of the PDP. And I do not believe in the APC either. I believe in Obaseki as a person. I breathe Obaseki. Obaseki is the air I breathe right now. And if you look at me very well, Ero, you can be able to determine when I entered your program the first time and the way I look now. I'm looking younger, more handsome, you know, because Obaseki, whom I supported with my life, won the election. Yeah. And I must quickly say this. He won the election by the input of all Edolites of goodwill in the diaspora. It doesn't matter whether you were on the internet, you contributed in the internet, you were an internet influencer. Forget about that. There are Idolites that are not internet influencers, but contributed money. How? Yeah. By sending money to their people at home and telling them, look, vote for this person. This is who we want. So in their own way, they even influence it. Now, the second thing is this. Election is finished now. Everybody is talking with a sense of entitlement. And I must point this out. You see some internet people now. Hey, Obaseki did not see us. Obaseki has to pay us. Who wrote a contract with you to defend Obaseki? When you decide, you defend somebody, and you decide to say the person did not give you money, it is no longer a work of passion, but business. Yes. Business, simple. It is business. Right. Now, for business, I thank God we have an MOU governor. Which MOU did he sign with you that you are now asking him to give you money? Whatever we did, personally, myself, I did what I did because I have a passion for Edo State, and I love Obaseki. Obaseki, I cannot count him as my friend. I don't have a sense of entitlement that Obaseki will give me this, he will give me that. No. What I do have, if tomorrow Obaseki does not perform the mega agenda, I will be one of the first people to come out to him. First of all, I respect his position as His Excellency. I will first bring it to his attention, say, a paeri atetai, to speak Bini. This is not a paeri atetai means, Oga, this is not how we said it. You are not performing according to Bao.
Yes,
because why will I do that? Because it is only your friend that can tell you your mouth is smelling. Go and wash it.
Yeah.
Your enemies will use it to laugh at you. You understand? And with the record he has shown the first time, it means that he's ready to do more. So I am using your medium, Joe Brown-Ero, to tell all so-called, all those people who came with a sense of entitlement. Obaseki is just one man. How many of us can he pay? Pay the market women, pay you, pay the diaspora, pay the bricklayer, pay the drivers association. Then directly we are becoming PM. We want him to break the treasury. Yeah. And our governor is not a thief. He cannot open the treasury to himself, to his family, or to anybody. He will only open the treasury to develop Edo. So let all this sense of entitlement stop. A lot of people phone me, Obaseki gave you millions. I am saying it here now. I challenge any politician in Nigeria, living or dead, even those who are dead. Let them rise up. I don't owe any politician any cent, either daytime or nighttime. And I come to support Obaseki, and I'll continue to support Obaseki. So I'm sorry I'm speaking this way because I had to make it very clear because of the aftermath of the election. Yeah. Somebody was shouting on the internet that day, so and so person has been arrested. The person is been arrested, and yet he voted for Obaseki. He fought hard for Obaseki without telling us what the person did to be arrested. Suppose the person killed a human being, or the person did, I will say now, because I supported Obaseki, I go and rob the central bank, and I expect the governor to defend me. That is no way. That cannot work. That is about that. Now, secondly, to bring you up to date on the ADP imbroglio, that is the boy in ATB. I call him a boy because he says he's 30 years old, and again, he's 36 years old, so that still make him a boy. I can be his father. So, Emmanuel Iboyi, the candidate, governorship candidate of ADP, that went to court now to sue Obaseki. Now, investigations proved that he himself has 2 forged certificates of birth. His card, that is his voter's card, is written 12 May 1990. His birth certificate is written 12 May 1984. Okay, but minus that, all that aside, I keep saying it, and I've said it in so many platforms. It is the party name that appear on the ballot box and the ballot paper, the party's name, according to our constitution. So it was APC, PDP, ADP, and other parties. Now, the party, ADP, the chairman, Gabriel Oloruntombi, gave a press conference that the party is not behind this man's case in the tribunal, that they were shocked that he went to tribunal. They see it as a betrayal, and they have put in organs to expel him from the party, which should be the right thing. But if I must tell you here now on your program, the investigation shows that there are men behind the mask. Somebody thinks he can fool us by telling us he now supports Obaseki's election. He now supports that the elections were okay, so he will not go to the tribunal. He told us outside. But just like his master, Oshomole, he's speaking from 2 sides of the mouth, because it has been proven that this boy went to University of Benin, and I can say it here, that this boy belonged to certain dark groups, of which our so-called opposition man is the grandmaster of that group. Is the grandmaster. Because let me put it right here. People listening, let them listen. I always stand for the truth. If you check Idele-Ero's video, where he denied that, where he talked about courtesan, he told us that when he was in the university, he belonged to a court.
Yeah, court group, yeah.
He said he belonged to a court. But he never told us that he has renounced membership of that court.
Yeah.
And I came out publicly in my videos, one video, and I said, I even wrote it on my Facebook page, that Idele-Ero cannot renounce his membership of the pirates or any court that is in, because to do that would mean his expulsion from the court. And I said, if he wants Idele to take him seriously, he should call a press conference and declare publicly that I am no longer a member of any court, both Ugboni or whatever court that is there. As far as he has not done that publicly, then as far as I'm concerned, he's still a member of a court until he does that. And the so-called Emmanuel Iboyi equally belong to a court. As simple as that. So the thing is this, the EPM and what is it called, and the boy, they should please leave our governor alone. Let him face his mega agenda. Election is finished. That is it about the small boy. Then quickly to see, please, if I'm taking long, is because my thing is stable today. My, what is it called? My network is stable.
Internet. We have
now
time.
to go. I'm just briefing our people the events that are taking place. And Idele-Ero, I love your name, so we will talk about that later. I just said it by the side. Now I'm just briefing people to bring them up to date. Now concerning Uche Secondus, the governor went and paid a thank you visit to thank him, and even me, breathing Obaseki, I thank him for allowing Obaseki and smoothing the way for Obaseki to run on the platform of the PDP. That is that. But having said that, I wish to say and refer Uche Secondus back to the law books. Please, as national chairman, you have to have data, you have to have research, you have a lot of people working for you. What does the Constitution of Nigeria say about this matter? It says that after 180 days and a House of Assembly member does not come to the House, his seat should be declared vacant. A lot of people say can be declared vacant. No, should be declared vacant. Because if in 180 days he didn't take an excuse, he didn't come to the House, there was no communication from him, he was not inaugurated, then his seat is declared vacant. And that is what Honorable Frank Okiye, the authentic Speaker of the House of Assembly, did. Now they went to court. They said, no, our seat cannot be declared vacant. And the rest is history. I've said it so many times on the platform. But how does it concern Uche Secondus? He was telling our governor, hey, go and reconcile with the 14 legislators. Try to work with everybody. So I will carry a viper and put in my pocket and put a black mamba in my pocket and expect that the black mamba will not bite me? What sort of advice is that? If you notice, Obaseki is a man that stands for the rule of law, and he followed due process.
Yeah.
Asking him to go and break the law, break the Constitution, I found it very vexatious and very diabolical. That was wrong advice. And thank God that the governor did not take that wrong advice, because he went to school and he knows the law. And the lawyers advising him, they know the law of Nigeria. I wish to say it on this platform that the governor has nothing to do. He has nothing to forgive. And he has no powers under the Constitution to bring the 14 legislators to themselves. Having said that, there was an order of Madamus. And what is Madamus? The police refused to arrest these 14 legislators. And the state government went to court before the election. And Justice Ikmamoba gave a ruling of Madamus compelling the police to arrest these 14 legislators. And as we speak, they have not been arrested. So instead of that, corrupt minds are trying to put pressure on the governor. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, the Oba of Benin already said it. We don't want a dilapidated, buried godfather to be replaced by another godfather from anywhere.
Yeah.
We don't want. And those states have refused godfatherism. We have refused Agberoism. We have refused kidnapism. We have refused the stripping of our women naked in Ring Road and Oba Market and touching of our women's waist, which is sacred to every Benin man. We have refused it. That is the truth. So you cannot bring, I'm telling you the truth, like myself, I'm to bring my wife. My wife is not Nigerian, but she knows very well our rule. I taught her, no man can even cross her leg, talk less of touching her waist. Mm-hmm. So if I was to bring her to Benin, and those Agbero jump inside my car and start touching my wife anyhow, or even these SARS, start telling my wife to give them handbag, if I'm there, that might be the end of me, because I will defend my wife. That is the truth. So what I'm trying to say here is this. Uche Secondo's advice was very wrong. If he's been spoken to by Shomole or by other political godfathers, please leave our governor alone to face his mega agenda that he wants to execute. Finally, about SARS, we just discussed about it right now. If SARS, the government says they cannot be disbanded because they are playing a vital role in the community, then forthwith, the orientation should be different. They should be reorientated, the bad eggs should be removed, and then they should be reorientated, and they should behave like the military or the Air Force or the police or the Navy. You never hear scandals from those people. No. So that is what I would say, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Ambassador. I know you have a lot to say, to talk about, and we are here. Don't worry, we are not in a rush. We are not in a hurry. This show, it belongs to you and I, to everyone out there. It is a program that is set up to educate the people with the truth. This is the platform. If you want to hear the truth, this is the platform where you're going to get it from. We have capable hands who are members of who are crew members of this program that is going to be here out for you every Saturday and midweek every Wednesday to give you what is trending, the truth about what is going on in our country and the way things are supposed to be. And we have a lot of good people also who join us every time in the audience. They are in the chat room right now, chatting with us, telling us what we are doing and contributing to our discussion here. They are all in line with what we say. Before I bring in Daddy Ray Aghatise, I'm going to quickly say welcome to Mr. Patrick Agbonkpolo, who has just joined us in the audience chat room. He is saying that he was with us the last time we discussed about this issue. Ero Michael is still with us. Ero Michael is talking about, he just mentioned about what you said and what Daddy Ray said regarding the, I'm talking about the guy who is ADP guy, a boy. He said, actually, this is what we have all said. He said he may have been paid to go to court, you know, which obviously the general public has been talking about, that he may have been paid. But again, you have said it.
Not made.
Everybody
he
has
was
said it.
paid.
Yeah. So he's gonna waste his time and money regardless. Obaseki has won overwhelmingly. No matter what they do, I don't think that is reversible. So I'm going to bring in Daddy Ray. You just mentioned something that we probably still need to talk about. I'm going to first ask a question about the ongoing election in Ondo State. I don't know if it is over now. Today is 10/10/2020, which is the day for the election. Do we have any information regarding what is going on with that state at the moment, the election that is going on in Ondo State?
Yes, please. I don't know, but it's like I'm monopolizing the floor, but I just came from Ondo State platform. I've been on the platform since. I have agents on the ground. We have agents on the ground that have been reporting to us. But before I go ahead, please, I would like you had asked Daddy Ray to speak. I would like Daddy Ray to talk before I go ahead with the Ondo election and give you the information that I have.
Okay, good. Mr. Aghatise, Ray Aghatise, we have talked so much about, I mean, we cannot exhaust it anyway, talk about the SARS and the post-election issues that is coming up. But do you have any information for us, Daddy Ray, regarding the Ondo election that is happening about now? I don't know if it's closed out yet. Do you have any information?
Thank you. I might not have the detailed information. Maybe Ambassador Uwaifo might do that. But what I can say, I know the election is over now. I think they were counting the result now, and they are posting some online. So, but I don't really have detail. I think he will be in better position to let us know about that. Regarding the SARS or the election, just like Ambassador Uwaifo have said, it's like we've spoken before. You can see the way we've been able to align.
Your volume is fading out. Check your volume. It looks like it's fading out.
My volume is high here.
Is that
Can you hear
okay?
me now?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's because you were leaning back. You were leaning back. Now we can hear you.
Okay.
You were leaning back. Yes, it's okay now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, it's like myself and Ambassador Uwaifo have talked before. This, it's like we align our idea the same direction, and I so much really support what he said. Like the Obaseki election that was held on the 19th of September. The truth is that whatever you are doing, let your passion supersede your interior motive or your selfish end. If we are asking Governor Obaseki to pay us, he cannot pay everyone. He cannot pay everyone. So now that people are saying, "Oh, he did not recognize me," he did not do this. Most of us, we did what we need to do because we want a better government for our state. We want a good development. We've seen someone who wants to take Edo State forward. That is why you see every one of us have to put in ourselves. And this is the first time I've seen us speaking in unison. All Edo people speaking one voice. I can see the diaspora, for example, no matter where you are 95% of us will support Obaseki, either through phone calls or through personal donation or whatever, even charging your phone, whatever. But do we not say should pay us? No. This is where the issue of corrupt mind starts. We need to change our mind. Our mindset is still very, very, I'm sorry to say, backward, some of us. I don't expect people, you living abroad, you are doing something just because you want the government to recognize you. One, either we do it for recognition or we do it for contract. We don't do things because we want a better society. And I like the statement Ambassador used. He said he doesn't have anything, no contract with Obaseki. He doesn't even know him. But he came. I've watched series of a lot of his videos. I've watched a lot. So he came out, gave himself, gave his passion, everything. So if every one of us have the kind of his mindset, let's say 70% of us have the kind of his mindset, then Edo State or Nigeria will change in general. The government don't need to do more. But it's a pity that our mindset, some of us that have even left the country, our orientation is still very poor. Very poor. Whatever we do, we need kind of benefit. I cannot, as I'm speaking now, I cannot defend my country because there must be something I need to gain. That mindset need to change. Orientation need to just to come in. That is another one. Then talking about the SARS, as we mentioned, we need to come up with a proposition. We need to come out with something. Okay, if the government, like we are talking about the salaries now, I don't know how much they earn, for example. If the citizens know that they are not well paid, or the police know they are not well paid, instead of you engaging yourself in bribery and corruption, why can't you ask for increase in wages? You do it formally, just like here. You can ask for 5%, you can ask for 10%, you can ask for 20%. You know, so that your standard of living will know your salary will match your standard of living. There will be no point of you collecting a lesser wage, and at the end you are risking your life there, and you are asking people for bribe. You know, it's after use. If that salary is the issue, then let them, give a proposal to the federal government. We want increase in our salary. That is another aspect there. You know, the police themselves, they need a formal orientation, in the sense that some of them that are bad, we need to, just as I said before, and thank God, the Ambassador Uwaifo also agreed to that. We need to expect the ones that are bad. Anyone any of them that is involved in criminal activities, they need to face the law. The police shouldn't be treated as someone that is above the law. They should know that bribing or corruption, there are consequences. Just like here, if a policeman, if you don't even need to take bribe, any element of bribe, you've not even accepted bribe, and when the society they are aware, or the governments are aware, they expel you. You leave the force. That's all. But Nigeria will need like to cover for so many things that are not really in line with us. So for me, they need education. The government need more to do. You don't just employ people. The police need training. I don't know if they even give them training. I'm not talking about physical training. You train them in their mind. You train them that this job you are doing, it's not about you collecting money from innocent citizens. It's not about you brutalizing our people. It's about you giving respect to society so that you can as well earn respect. And finally, on the ground of the police, like what Ambassador said, majority of us would like to take the police for granted because of the way the police have put themselves. Imagine if I'm driving here, a policeman stopped me. I dare not move out of my car. I have to remain sitting down with my seatbelt. I don't need to lose it. Because an attempt to lose my seatbelt might be thinking I'm going for a gun, then anything can happen. You have to obey the law. Okay, give him a normal greeting, just like Pastor Uwaifo said he did when he was going to Lagos. Be friendly with the police. Have your papers, give it to them. But some of us, because we are from abroad, for example, how can someone from abroad, you be driving a car, you don't have license? I've seen many. Even some of us, we don't even our plate number, we don't even change it. We want to still drive it on and on and on and on. And when the police stop us, instead of us to even approach them in a good manner, we start shouting, what you cannot do to policeman here, you start doing it to policeman in Nigeria. So we need to change our way of life. That is for that. That's for the election. Like the guy that they said we went to tribunal. I know he will fail by the grace of God. So all this one that Uwaifo have said, like those two areas, so instead have a loophole, and he's taking somebody. We do say in our language, if you bend down and look at somebody's ass, as you're looking at that person's ass, someone else is also looking at your ass. That is it. So, in my opinion, and I don't know, I think what I heard, I cannot verify. Maybe Ambassador Uwaifo will have a better opinion about that. The guy is not even from Edo State, as I heard. I don't know how true. Someone says from Akwa Ibom or Calabar, but I can't say that. So that is for me, that is what I have to say in that regard. But I believe that whoever is behind that kind of action, they will not fail. Because you cannot come and tell us now, because you have 2,000, because I heard he said he had 2,000 votes. He had 2,000 votes. So you want Supreme Court to turn everything on your favor. It's not going to be possible. So thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Ms. Aghatise Ray from the UK. Today, like I told people, always try and join the show, join the discussion. It is very, very important, because there are a lot of information that you probably don't know about that you will hear from this program. And then don't forget to share it because we are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. You need to subscribe to our channel. Before I bring in the ambassador, I'm gonna just put this out there to show to the audience the address of our YouTube address, so they can get it from the screen. So it is out there. Join us, subscribe to the channel. In case you even miss any of our live show on Facebook, you can as well go to YouTube and watch it, get the correct information that you need. The platform, once again, is the best out there for the truth. They are here to tell you the truth and exactly the way it is on ground. Both those in diaspora and even those at home who do not have the privilege of the correct information. And we are also very, very proud. We are glad and we're happy to always have with us people with genuine heart. See, these people here on this platform discussing, they are not paid. I am not paid. I am not sponsored by nobody. I am not sponsored by anybody. We are not sponsored by anybody. Ambassador have reiterated it many times. Ray have talked about it. Samia Rio has talked about it. Osa Amori, Lady Layo, Finefo, Ebon. Nosaka Idehem. We have all talked about it, that we are here. We are supporting individuals that want the best for our place, especially in terms of good governance. That's the reason why you see Obaseki won overwhelmingly, and that's a record. According to Ambassador, they need to put it in Guinness Book of Record. And then the audience, people from the audience, Ero Michael has talked about it, Agbogbolo has talked about it, that this election is what other states are going to emulate. They're going to learn from the lessons that came out of the Edo election. So if we spread it out like that, Nigeria will change in no distant time. All these irregularity that is going on in that country, you just see it fixing itself because we have the right person in place. Like Ambassador said one time, putting the square peg in a square hole. So that's exactly what it is. We have been having dominance of courtists, agberos, people who had no clue of governance. They have been imposing them on the society. That's the reason why they don't have a clue. All they go there for is their stomach infrastructure. They don't even have a clue of how to govern. They're not interested. It's either one godfather or the other has put them in there, and they're going to follow what the instructions of their godfathers. But this is no longer like that. The emergence of Obaseki, especially in this second term, has changed everything. Many people now know, according to what Ero Michael said, that a lot of lessons that is being learned from this election is that people no longer, they will take money from whoever want to give them and vote the right way, which is very good. So that is, it's a shame on those who believe that you can buy votes. Now they take the money from you and then vote, their conscience, which is a very great lesson learned from this election of Governor Obaseki. Ambassador Uwaifo, I know you are now up. What more information do you have to share with us and share with the public today?
Yes, I better talk to you quickly because I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning. That is 8 o'clock Tanzania time, which was 6 o'clock Nigeria, preparing the ground because I belong to a group who is using the Comrade Show, Lamte Ikmaosa Oriahi. We did the same thing in Edo. We have agents organized who are in every unit and every ward of where the polling is taking place in the state. We did it in Edo State, and we were giving live broadcast. So I've been involved there, and I just left that place to come to you. So I've been having the report of Ondo live and seeing the videos live. And I must tell you right here on this platform that one big difference between Ondo and Edo State election is that in Ondo right now there was voter apathy. Most people did not come out to vote. The votes have ended as at 2:30 in the afternoon. Most people did not come out to vote. In fact, 1.5 million voters cards have been taken by Ondo State indigenes, or rather the voters in Ondo State. If we have 700,000 of that number coming out to vote, then I will consider it a very successful election. But from what we've seen on the ground and from information coming to us, they said that they were afraid of voter intimidation. People have been talking, there will be a lot of violence on that day. And the way I've been replying them is this, that cowards die many times before their death. Yeah. The valiant never taste of death but once. This thing is involving yourself, your generation and future generation, and we are fighting for good governance. You have to make sacrifice yourself. Now also, APC has been, both parties, APC and PDP, have been doing vote buying. But it's been more prevalent on the APC side. APC is even going as far as giving 7,000 to people to vote, just like they did in Edo. Now, we were interviewing some people. I cannot play the video for you because I don't have the technical know-how to be able to do that. Now, we had a 70-year-old man who said he did not go to vote. He has not voted for the past 12 years because they were promised light, promised good roads to their place. Nothing was done. So he doesn't see why he should keep voting. And there was another lady who said she just came to the polling booth not to vote, but to collect the money and go home. So that it was our own share of the dividends of democracy. Now, my take on that is simply this. I'm telling them that, look here, you cannot eat the seed before you plant it and expect the harvest. You have to plant the seed, water it, let it grow, and you will have a harvest. Okay, maybe most of them are doing what they are doing because of the poverty level in Nigeria. Our government have not been up to bar. Even in South Africa, when I go to South Africa in my line of work all the time, South Africa have a social spending system. It's a welfare state. They pay the poorest of the poor. They give them allowances. When you have children and you are not working, they give you allowance, just as it's been done in Europe. So having said that, there was a lot of vote buying on the part of the APC. The PDP, they were paying 2,000. The APC was paying 5,000 and 7,000. And they were doing this openly. In fact, in one of the wards, I think in southern Akure, there was a lot of violence. The commissioner came and they started bribing people, even on camera, you know, coming to the polling booth, dividing money and all that and so on and so forth. And he went in the car and people are hailing and so on and so forth. So in that aspect, it was very, very different from Benin election. And then most of the people just voted and they went home. No. It was later when we started an outcry that some of the youth now came back in some areas and followed the vote up to the correlating centers. But I must tell you that this report I'm telling you is in the areas of Owo area, part of southern Akure, Ondo State, Ifedolu area. If I don't pronounce the name very well, I'm not from Ondo State. but people will know what I'm talking about. Ifedolu is a local government of its own, and either Ifedolu or Ifediako is the capital of that local government. So, but so far, the results trickling in, to go into the results. They started reading some results before I came, and the results were quite surprising. There are some areas that the Zenith Labour Party was expected to do very well, and they are having 1 vote, 3 vote, 2 vote, and there were areas that were considered stronghold for Akeredolu in the last election. And it's surprising that PDP is leading in those areas. In fact, right now, I can tell you before the final pronouncement is made that this election is for Akeredolu to lose. That's what I can tell you. It's for Akeredolu to lose because the PDP, they are surprising people doing well in certain areas because you see Ilaje area, what is it called? Owo area, and there's another area there that are strictly APC area from time they've been voting APC because they are, but now those areas like the one I just called, Ward 7 in Akure South, those areas, the PDP is leading. Like in one area, we were quite surprised in one particular ward that there were 28 units. Yes, 28 units. And the PDP won 23 of those units. APC had 3 units. And the other parties had 2 to divide among themselves. Okay. So the way the result is going so far, it seems PDP is putting up a very steep fight, and that this election is too close to call right now. So we cannot be able to tell you this is who will win or who will not win because more results are coming in. Now, that is it about Ondo. But I want to quickly talk also about what we were saying about the police. I said the police needed orientation, Nigerians needed orientation, but we are forgetting the leadership. The leadership should be able to play its role. It doesn't matter, Mr. Ero, you are in America. It doesn't matter whether people like Trump or not. If it was in America that this SARS problem came about, Trump will be on his Twitter handle, at least talking to Americans, letting Americans know that they have a president who is alive. But in our own case, what has your president said about SARS, about the things going on? The presidency is quiet. The presidency is quiet. Now, Obaseki became a movement because Obaseki carried the people along. He carried the people along. And because he carried the people along, that is why you have people like Lasma, the revenue collectors now in Edo State have been digitized. They are using computers, so there's no question of somebody collecting the revenue of the state and putting it in his pocket. You see, in Nigeria, we cannot continue to do the same old thing in the same old way and expect new results. It is not possible. We have to do things differently to have different results. And the problem we have in Nigeria is multifaceted and multidimensional. The leadership has to play their part. They have to play their part. They have to show that they are responsible. The Senate, the House of Assemblies, all have to show that they are responsible. We are talking of pay for the police. What of the ordinary citizen? What is the minimum wage? The minimum wage, a bag of rice, is even more than the minimum wage, and that is only in Nigeria. A bag of rice is more than minimum wage. So how do you expect the people when people are dividing money during vote. You say, okay, have you ever been hungry, my brother? Stay 3 days without eating. And you now see a bowl of gari. Somebody just offer you gari, my brother. You cannot refuse we have to be frank. All these people are accepting this money too. Sometimes let's put ourselves in their position.
Yeah.
Some of them are poorer than the poor. They are like church rats. You understand? With nothing to eat. You cannot hear the Bible for them to eat. You can't give them the Bible to eat. They cannot eat the pew. So, that is how it is. So what I'm saying in effect, we need responsible leadership. We need a leadership that can be alert to the needs of the citizens. And Obaseki has been alert to us. And let me tell you, right now, the next governor that will come is in trouble after Obaseki, because a standard has been set. People will ask him a lot of questions. It is no longer wearing the same coat.
No.
Things have changed. And today, by the grace of God, if the change should be carried to Ondo, then the next thing will be Anambra. But what I must tell you right now is that APC is now a regional party. It is no longer a national party, because only Edo State made it a national party before. And if PDP wins Ondo State, it becomes a zonal party. So maybe they are going to use everything they can. And finally, Oshomole is in Ondo State. Ask me what he's doing there. You built such a big house in Inyamo. Can't you stay in your house, old man, and enjoy your retirement? What is he jumping to Ondo for? And the court said he's not an APC member. You cannot force certain things in life. No. Your time is gone. You can no longer be, running and, look, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. So, and they'll show, what is his name? Tinubu also is in Ondo, and 10 APC governors, they are in Ondo. So we are just waiting. Like I said, the results coming out is too close to call. And let's hope that the president will keep his word of not interfering into any election, that every election will be free and fair. At the end of the day, I believe if the elections are free and fair, with the results I have seen so far, and the jubilation of the people so far, I believe Jegede will carry the day. Yitayo Jegede will carry the day. That's it. Thanks.
Well, thank you. Before Ray will come in here, I don't want us to even discuss Oshomole. It's just a shame. I wish the Ondo people already know who he is. He is no longer a member of any political party at the moment, as we speak. He was dismissed as the chairman of the national chairman of APC, and he was also suspended or even dismissed in Edo APC. So I don't know in which capacity he's in Ondo. He's just interfering for nothing. They should not pay him attention anyway. If I were, I don't know, maybe Ondo people know better. They know what to do. They should send him home. He's not needed. He's not needed. He's trying to kind of show himself as relevant, but he's not anymore. You are a dismissed and disgraced chairman of a ruling party, a national chairman of a ruling party, and then you are also sacked in your own state. What are you doing in other places? Whatever he sees there anyway, he should take it. Ray, what do you have to say?
I'm glad that we are discussing this. Like, I knew right from time that the Ondo people, they will not live up to expectation. Never. I don't want to be I'm not trying to support my people or say maybe, I know, because the kind of zeal the Edos we're having, the Edolites we're having, both diaspora, home, we agitated for the change. But these people, they are not ready for the change. The Ondo people, they are not ready. If they were ready for a change, by now it would be a different story. I know that Jagada is trying, but you can even, the election that took place in Edo, just like as Ambassador said, it has to go into the Guinness Book of Records because where the United Nations has to interfere, US has to interfere, UK has to interfere. You know, you can see that
when the European Union, the ICC, the International Court of Justice,
in The Hague have to interfere. You can see the power, you can see the weight, that we really want to change. If the kind of example that I was demonstrated in the Edo election, take it further to all states in Nigeria. Nigeria itself, when it comes to presidency, there will be a change. But the people are not ready. They are not ready. Like the Ondo, I was watching some of them, say, oh, the Ondo is not Lagos. But we'll look at the way, like the way beneath those were, everywhere was on fire. Internet was on fire. You just, why do we use social media? Very powerful. It's more powerful than you are there physically. Because this, you can interact with people, millions of people a day. The awareness will be created. But these people, I know they are out there, they buy their vote, but why selling your conscience? That is what we are saying. Tell our people, fine, stay and count your vote. Stay. They when they carry out the what is it called from when they were campaigning, you can see PDP telling our people that Obaseki telling us that let your vote count. When you vote, don't go away, stay. Why don't they that same message to Undo and stay with their vote? You just vote around the way. They are saying those people paid price for this. Those people paid price. They waited. Even some friends, some of our guys that we have, they say they even spent a night over. They slept there. Some even went with their whatever to have a place to stay. Make sure that when you need something, you need to work for it. When you need something, you need to really show interest and need it. Not about, oh, let them count. Oh, I won't vote. Even in the Edo election, an old woman went to the police center to cast her vote. She could not even walk. Whether it's the son or the husband, I think they said the son, backed her. The picture was also on the internet, spreading. Those are people that were ready for a change. So for me, I just pray that our orientation, Nigerians will change, that whatever fight we are fighting, we should fight it passionately. We should fight it wholeheartedly, not a question of, it not concern me, if it's good, it's good, if it's not good. No, we have to really, like what our Baba have said, the ambassador said about South Africa, giving if Nigeria has money that can even pay social welfare to the citizens. One person will embezzle maybe 100 billion. Nobody will ask, nothing. And those are the people we hate in the society. Well, let me drop the curtain. Let me just hang on because we have a lot to say in this program. So
I think before I will suggest before I bring in the ambassador that I think what Nigeria is lacking when it comes to in terms of learning from mistakes and all that, or doing the right thing, I would suggest that we're probably going to have, I don't mind using this platform for such education, electoral education, enlightenment. We need it all over the country. I know Edo did very well. They did tremendously well in this election. It has never been like that. Never has it been like that. But I think we will suggest that to, apart from the electoral reform, the enlightenment also matters. Let people know that you were talking about people who are hungry. Yes, we know that there's hunger in the country. But that food you're going to eat today, how about tomorrow? We need to, bring all these things in place. It's just the same way we talk about the police reform and all that stuff. They are coming up. I saw online the new rules for the SARS and all that. We need to put it in proper order so that the people will know the right thing to do at the right time. Ambassador Uwaifo.
Yes, I quite support that, but what I'm saying is this. Let me just quickly go before I forget about the Ondo election. Yes. There are three candidates. The sitting governor, Akeredolu, his deputy, who just 3 months ago declared his interest for saying, and his main point was that the governor's son was the one performing his function as deputy governor. And that was a very big and weighty accusation, which the governor never denied. But what I want to say here is that Agbola Ajayi is a spoiler. All he would have done was collapse his structure. If he really believed in Ondo State, in liberating the people of Ondo State, he would have collapsed his structure for Eyitayo Jegede, because Jegede has declared his intention to run for election over 4 years ago. Since 4 years ago. And he's been working towards that assiduously. And then when this man resigned from the APC, he just came, joined the PDP, and he wanted, without doing anything, to be given the governorship nomination. And when that failed, he ran to the ZLP. And you can see the results are translating out. But knowing that there are backdoor deals which are always done and we don't know about it, even in his own very strong area, he is losing. He's getting very few votes. So I'm beginning to think in there that maybe some quiet deal has been done overnight that is making that happen. Because the people from his own area are very conservative, you know. Now, when you now take Eyitayo Jegede, his platform and the things he wants to do for the state, seem to be more believable than the other two. That is why I said this election is very close to call right now, and we will not be able to. I cannot just tell you categorically who is going to win. But somehow along the line, with the results before I came on your platform that were coming out, PDP was looking, Eyitayo Jegede of the PDP was looking the more likely person to win. Now, having said that, I will still again go to say the head is very important, because the head is the head of the whole body. When the head is rotting, the body will be rotting. We need dynamic leadership in Nigeria that resonate with the people, just as Obaseki's leadership resonated with us. And what we are saying is this: you have people who can perform the functions of being a president, or being a local government officer, or being a local government chairman, or being a governor better. In our young generation, you have those people. Even though Emmanuel Iboyi has disgraced the young generation by his bastardly behavior, let me put it that way. But nevertheless, I must say it, that Nigeria is not short of people with skills, people that can do the job. And what I would have expected these old men to do, there is nowhere in the Constitution where anybody is banned by age not to run for an election. I would have expected that old men will start mentoring younger men and hand over to them. Like, for example, take like Atiku. Atiku is over 70 now. I would have expected that Atiku will start bringing out a mentoree, to use that's my own English, not the English language, a mentoree, you know, somebody he has mentored, you know, and start saying this man is the one that is going to run. And that person will be below 60 or below 65. And they will support the person. But I am telling you, come the next election, you'll be surprised. He's going to run again. And this is where the problem is. This is where the problem is. We should get people that can deliver. People that can deliver. We should start. Like here in Tanzania where I stay, they have a leadership school. You must go through that leadership training. You cannot just come out one day and become a governor or become a head of state without going through that training and knowing what the country needs. This present president now, joined the party in 1990. That's 30 years ago. And went through the system. He was first made a junior minister in 1995. He became a substantive minister in 2005, after 10 years. You know, people have a track record to look at, you know. So what I'm saying in effect is, Nigeria, we need orientation in every facet of our life. Yeah. For example, if you come now, it doesn't matter your age, you come to Benin City, you are in a family meeting, your junior brother starts spreading money to the old men and so on and so forth. You might be surprised that, oh, you will stand up to talk here where we're total. That means you sit first, let our son speak. They are saying it directly, let the money speak. Yeah. You know, that orientation should be changed. It should be changed. You understand the point? Money is not everything. No. Money is not everything. Even right now, you want to test in Benin, bring children that are 3 years old. There is a video trending on the internet. They kept money somewhere. And this little girl that is 3 years old started putting it like in her bra, as if this, and she was selecting the big money, 500, 1,000, you know, and it's just 3. The people on the queue for corruption, for belly infrastructure in Nigeria are more than the people that want to change Nigeria. Yes. For the better. And that is where our problem is. And it can only be addressed by orientation and voters' education. Let us stop this. Let us stop this fire brigade approach. Every time election comes, that's when we want to educate the people. No. Let us make it a habit, like Obama did. Obama started voters' election. It took him over 10 years to put voters on the line. I still remember before blacks were even recognized, before Obama even came, Jesse Jackson was registering blacks. How many people are doing that in Nigeria? We should have good voters education, because anytime Nigeria was serious and they educated the people, everything went smoothly. I can talk of when Nigeria turned to right-hand drive in 1972, April 2, 1972. For good a whole year, Yakubu Gowon, that time there was no internet. Every billboard, every radio jingle was about that. From April 2nd, Nigeria changes to right-hand drive. They did it. And Nigeria is still on record. Not everything is bad about Nigeria. Nigeria is still on record that they changed to right-hand drive. And that day, there was no accident. The whole country, there was no accident. So we can do something good for our country. Yeah. And the diaspora, please, don't say, hey, they say diasporas can't vote. My dear, you can vote. Yeah. And we have proved it in Edo. Yeah. Your voice matters. You matter. Because a people that can send money home matters. You understand? Or people are working their ass off. Sorry, I use the word ass. Yeah. They are working themselves to death in diaspora and sending the money home. And you are telling me that they don't matter. Last year alone, 2018, diasporians sent to Nigeria 25 billion. After oil, it was the next income for the federal government, 25 billion. Yeah. And that was 6% of the GDP of Nigeria. And you want to tell me they don't have a voice? Well, if you say that they cannot vote, we have proven now that they can vote, because they were phoning their relations in Edo State to vote. Yeah. You Ondo people, you better wake up. Stop sleeping like Buhari. Wake up. You people are still young. Wake up. Get on the internet. And in fact, the election has been done in Ondo State today. I'm not talking to Anambra people. Igbo Kwenu. I'm saying it through this medium now. You people should start internet, educating your people, send money home, just as people did in Edo. You can influence the election. Let all of us start taking responsibility. It starts from you and me. Finally, please, I just want to use your volume to say this again. To all Edolites in the diaspora, my people, make una listen to me well. Obaseki cannot do everything alone or by himself. We ought to do our part. Never in my history since I was born are there investment opportunity in Edo State like now. The enabling environment has been done. Business registration is done within 24 hours. And for you who want to go into real estate, the GIS can now process digital C of O within 90 days instead of 1 year plus that it used to take. And it will only cost you 50,000 naira instead of 1,250,000 naira that was being paid during Oshomole's time. And you don't have to pay any bribe. And there are so many other programs that you can join into. Now, according to the Vanguard of the Daily Guardian of October 21st, 2018, there are 17 million Nigerians in the Nigerians migrants overseas. Out of these 17 million, let's just assume that Edo State has 3 million. Conservatively, I'm just saying conservatively, because Edo State, 70% of the people crossing the Mediterranean to Europe, according to the UNHCR, were of Edo State origin. But I'm not even going to use that. I'm going to say that let's assume 2 million people from that 17 million are Edo State origin. Let's break it further down, that only 500,000 of those people want to invest at home. Let's assume those 500,000 people create only 4 jobs by their investment. We will have 2 million jobs and over for Edo State. In fact, there will be no unemployment. Other states will have to cross to our state to look for work. So please, I am appealing to all Edolites. A lazy man blames his tools. And a lazy man, if you stay too much in the toilet, you start seeing a fly that is wearing a maton. Yes. Because by the time you are pressing your stomach, the picture starts changing. Please, we have stayed too long in one place. Let us start promoting our state. Meet any American anywhere. Blame America for fighting Iraq, for removing Gaddafi, was saying that and so on. Before an American will reply you, he will say, I am a goddamn proud American. That is what he will tell you. I'm goddamn proud of my country. He will not start disturbing this. So all of us should think right now what we can do for Edo State, not what Edo State can do for us. I'm coining it from John F. Kennedy, who said, think of what your country can do for you, not what you can do for your country. So I'm coining it to Edo State. Think of what Edo State can do for you, and not what, think not what Edo State can do for you, but what you can do for Edo State. And equally too, if you have ideas that can move the state forward, the governor is receptive to all ideas. If you follow Facebook, the governor's page is on Facebook. There is a WhatsApp number there. There is everything. You might be surprised that you put your suggestion in that WhatsApp number and you'll be contacted. But people don't use that. They just want one-on-one. They want one. How many of us can he attend to? If he spend the time talking to us on the phone, they said, oh, he doesn't reply email, he doesn't reply phone. If he spend time replying email, when is he going to have time to develop the state at the pace that is moving? Is he not a human being? He's a human being. So this is what I'm saying, please. Let every Edolite, you can form a cluster, you can form a cooperative, but whatever you do, please go and develop your state, contribute your own quota. Finally, Esan, oye, Esan, oye. Everybody is shouting, everybody, all the Ishans are shouting Esan agenda. Don't get me wrong. I believe in Esan agenda because I believe fairness must happen. Gentlemen must keep their agreement. There is no second-class citizen in Edo State.
No.
But having said that, it is incumbent on the ASANs to right now start thinking of how they can develop ASAN Central and use it as a barometer to be able to get somebody who can take over from Obaseki. Just saying ASAN agenda, shouting all over the place will not do it. What contribution are you making to develop ASAN Central that has been neglected for so long? What contribution are the Ishans making to make sure Obaseki succeed so that these structures can be on the ground and the next governor coming will only just continue from where Obaseki left off? That is why Europe and America, they are where they are. No matter what you say, Obama made sure that the recession was arrested in America, and he put a lot of things in place which Trump is now enjoying and calling his own.
Yeah.
But you see, in those states, in Nigeria, the faction has always been that the new governor come, he cancel everything the old governor has made without continuing. You see, so what we are saying now is this: continuity must be there. Continuity must be there. So please, the ASAN too, I'm calling you people, go and develop your place, invest in your place. Soon, Edo State government will be bringing out a lot of investment portals. Please, let's get involved.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador. Let me quickly go to the audience before we round up this show today. If you are just tuning in, it has been an exciting program of the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show happening live on Facebook and YouTube, featuring Daddy Ray Aghatise all the way from the UK and Ambassador Mathew Beeki, Uwaifo, a diplomat from East Africa, covering Tanzania and Kenya. The audience, I see you have Ero Michael standing by. Thank you so much for your time. He is saying that he is thanking the Ambassador Uwaifo for such that he's so rich in wisdom. He said, God bless you, sir. So I was just going to read that to you so you understand. I mean, you understand that somebody out there in the audience is, admiring you and appreciating your contributions to the growth of our country, Nigeria, in particular, Edo State. Everything that you are saying, that you guys are saying, that Raymond Aghatise has said so far, they are in record. They are going down there. The people are listening. And I hope that this will get to the leadership, led by our able governor, Godwin Obaseki. Before we round up, I want to quickly bring in Ray Aghatise, if you have your last word, and I will still give a chance, just a minute, to the ambassador also to I know you are tired and getting tired. You've been everywhere. I know you don't, you barely get some sleep, but again, I appreciate your time on this platform. Before I do that, I'm going to ask again. Now we are here. I'm here with Ray Aghatise, and I'm here with Ambassador Mathew Beeki Uwaifo. Do we have to do midweek again, or we're going to wait till next Saturday?
Okay, I don't know. For me, I think next Saturday will be fine.
Okay. For me, this show is very, very important for me. And if you have to do a midweek, or or a half week, or 3/4 week, or whatever week you want to do, please, you just inform me. I'll make myself available.
Thank you so
much.
I
Now,
appreciate it.
I left so many platforms to join your platform.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be
I appreciate
available,
you.
whatever you decide.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. The important thing is, what I'm so excited about today, I'm so happy that your network came alive, and It is so enjoyable. The people at home, they are listening to, they are seeing you, your beauty, I mean, your handsome face, your nice suit, and actually showing that, yeah, this is a diplomat. Your tie, your beautiful looking tie. Today is just a great day. I'm happy, and that the network was so friendly for you to give to the people all this information. And the same thing I want to also appreciate Ray, who started the show with me before you came. We had brief for you before you came in. Ray did a wonderful job, especially in terms of the SARS. The SARS, he came and kind of, softening the mood, everybody were just against it. Everybody was like, oh, like that, about the SARS. But Ray came in today and kind of, changed the dynamic, the discussion. He changed it and said, oh, well, the people need to be responsible, which you equally, agree to, you adopted that, yes, actually, the people need to be responsible, so that if the police are having a misconduct, we know where to hold them, accountable. So, but first of all, the people have to play their part. If you do not, when they say must the citizen obey the law, it's a question. Yes, the citizen will obey the law if their wishes and aspirations are taken care of. If the police, if you are charging the police to conduct themselves in orderly manner, in a decent manner, then you have to play your part. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined, So that's how it goes. Ray, I'm going to give you a minute or so to round up the show, to give us your last word. And hopefully you come back here on Wednesday, because I'm going to schedule another show for Wednesday. It's not good. Somebody, I'm going to say this now. I know he will listen to this. I'm talking about Sami Erio Sr. from Boston, Massachusetts. He assured the audience, the people, that it is not, this platform must continue. It must, the show must continue, not just only for the election. It is before the election, during the election, and after the election, because we're going to have to join, we have to partner with the government, the governor and his deputy, to move the state forward. So for some time now, I haven't seen Sami Erio. I know he gave excuse the last time that he was under the weather, so he couldn't show up. I haven't seen the only lady in the house, the vocal and the vibrant lady in the house, Lady Idele-Ero Omori, also from Boston, Massachusetts. She hasn't shown up. She has not given me anything. She has not called me. She has not told me anything or give me a reason why she has been conspicuously absent for some time now. So I'm challenging Sami Erio Sr., Lady Idele-Ero. Nosa was here last time, but today he's absent. Finefo Egbon was here the last time. That's almost 2 weeks now, but he has not shown a couple of shows that we have had now. And, just like that. So Ray Aghatise has been working. I guess this week was his day off or so. That's why he was able to show up. That is okay, because your job comes first, because nobody pay you for this show anyway. So, and then the ambassador is everywhere, in every platform. He can. I sometimes wonder, how does he sleep? Does he even go to sleep? I wonder. I question myself about the ambassador. So but again, it's all for the betterment of our people and the development of our state. So Ray, please give us your last word here, and we'll close the show.
Okay, I think Osas just joined. I think it would be nice if you can acknowledge his presence. Osas Omori, have you seen him?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Thank you.
oh, somebody showed up?
Yeah, Osas Omori is here today.
Wait a minute, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Really? All right. Osas Omori, welcome to the show. Even though we are running up, but you always try to wait till when the show is it deliberate that you have to wait when the show is about closing before you show up? I'm just kidding anyway.
No, it's not planned that way. I know everyone is doing a great job. We do expect that. I would say, beginning from next week, we should be able to join down, especially with issues that are affecting our state. That this is a platform we can talk about it. I want to thank everyone for their participation. I know I said that last week, but last week and this week, I'm just trying to say it's better late than never or not showing up at all. This show is a show I hold dearly to my heart for what everyone is doing. And we thank God for everything. I want to thank everyone for their contribution and what they are doing. And we do appreciate you, Mr. Joe-Ero. And thank you very much, Ray, for acknowledging me. I appreciate that.
So do you have any, I know you must have been listening to the show. Sorry, Mr. Aghatise, for just a second. Let me see if he has anything to say in addition to what has been said so far. Mr. Osa Amori, I know you probably have been listening, in the background. Maybe you've been busy doing other things. Do you have anything to say? We talk about the police brutality. We talk about the post-election. We talk about the election going on in Ondo State, which probably have been closed by now. Is there anything, just for I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes to say something if you have.
Not necessarily anything at all. I mean, we've listened to what our concerns are. You did mention something about the police. I am not very happy with that situation right down there. But at the same time, we have been clamoring for reforms. I know there are others who also want it to be abolished completely. That is something that I'm still more or less on the reform side, if possible. Not necessarily just having to scrap, especially knowing that we live in a society where crimes are also still very rampant. But other than that, what everyone has said, when it comes to that issue, it becomes a difference of opinion. It becomes a difference of what we've seen. But if we do have competent hands, I'm more or less about reforms. That's where I am right now. But other than that, I heard a lot of things because I kept coming in and out, and listening to things, not necessarily following through on what the exact opinions of people were. But again, they are opinions. At the end of the day, we all just want a better society for us. That's all we want. And that's what I have to say, Mr.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going back to Daddy Ray Aghatise, Honorable Daddy Ray Aghatise. Your closing remarks for today's show.
Thank you so much, host. Thank you for having us. And I also want to appreciate my brother Usas, who just joined us, and also our ambassador all the way from Tanzania. Thank you all for being here tonight, and I'm very happy to be part of this event or this show, and I will continue to be part of it as far as it's for the development of our state, and I believe that is all what we need now. So we need to, all hands must be on deck to be able to carry our state forward. So I'm very happy to be part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ambassador Uwaifo, closing remarks, sir.
Yes. I must apologize for being off screen because I didn't know the data had run out. So I had to purchase new data. If not, my network is very stable now, as you can see. So the same thing, my last word will be this. The same thing to the subscribers. I would say you saw how my network used to misbehave up and down and so on and so forth. I took a long time to meet the technicians who know what internet is all about, and they had to fix my phone, and they had to fix all the things that were wrong. Some were just simply settings, which I didn't know how to do it. But the experts came and they went on the internet and did the settings. So the same example I'm bringing to Edo State. We have a lot of worthy citizens of Edo State, Edolites in the diaspora, that are very good in their skills, that are very good in their field of endeavor. And like I suggested to the governor when he was making his thank you talk, it is time that some people in the diaspora should be put in his government, working together with the people on ground to bring about a difference. And it is time also It is time also for the diasporans themselves to make their own contribution to their own state, wherever they come from. They should make their own contribution, not just talking. No, they should make their own contribution, and they should support Obaseki to succeed, because Obaseki is just one man. He cannot do everything for us. Finally, I want to thank Daddy Ray. It is nice meeting you. There's honorable in front of your name. I don't know where that honorable comes from, but nevertheless, Daddy Ray, it has been a pleasure to have met you on the show. And Osa Omaruyi, thank you for coming late in the end, but your suggestion too have been very wonderful as usual, and I'm so happy to see you. Your face is looking like somebody on honeymoon. Keep it up. And Mr. Ero, thank you for having me. And like I told you, anytime you need to have me, please just holler and I will answer. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Until I see everybody back again on the platform on Wednesday. On Wednesday, what date is that? That's going to be, who knows?
Wednesday is the 14th.
Yeah, on Wednesday the 14th, we will be right back. Same time. The time never changed. Please take note of that. So until we see you back again on the 14th of October 2020, I am here. This is Joe Brown Idele-Ero saying goodbye to everyone and enjoy the rest of your week.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Ambassador.
Call me. Bye. Bye.
Oh my God. Power to the people. Power to the people.
Democratically, they are the people for the people. Economically, they are the people by the people. Spiritually, they are the people with the people. Politically, they are the people in the people. Yes? Power to my people. Power to their people. Give power to my people. Power to their people. Give power to my people. Power to their people. I say give power to my people. Power to their people. Now, listen to the voice of the people. The two of them favor, build us a free world, free from oppression. We should love one another. Build us a free world.
Please do not forget to share this program among your contacts, your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/ user user/Joe-Ero Joeero 100. Again, the YouTube address is www.youtube.com/user/Joe-Ero 100. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. I want to appreciate people from the audience. I want to appreciate Mathew, Oduwa Oyegwe. Oduwa Oyegwe is from the Netherlands. She's based in Utrecht in the Netherlands. She is also a great fan of this program. She was the first to join us today, and I want to appreciate Mathew Oduwa Oyegwe. And then I also want to give tribute to my very own brother, Michael Ero. We appreciate your time today. Appreciate you joining us. May God. We also appreciate another noble person, Patrick Agbonkpolo, also, who is always a regular member of this program. He joins this program all the time and render his contribution from the chat line. Mr. Patrick Agbonkpolo, we appreciate you for your time and joining us on this program. And I want to say, may God bless you all. Even though you are unable to join today, we know next time you will join us. But please don't forget to share the program. God bless you all, you and your family. You have our prayer that God will keep you and grant you all your heart desire. Whatever you touch this week shall be gold. In Jesus' name. Thank you all. That's all we got for you today. We will see you again on Wednesday. Live on Wednesday at same time on Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. U.S. Standard Time, and then 5:30 p.m. Nigeria and UK time. You can always apply your own time to fit that time, and that's all we do here Wednesday and Saturday. Every Wednesday and every Saturday we are here at the same time to help put our voices out there for the contribution of the development of our state and the country entirely. Our state, Edo State, and Nigeria, at large. Again, thank you. This is Jobran Idele-Ero. I'm signing out. God bless you. The music of Sonny Okosun running off the show today. Thank you. Power to the people.